First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody that's here tonight for being here. I know how much it means to Michael and Grace to have everybody here to celebrate. Tonight really is a celebration of Michael and Grace, but this entire thing is a product of the love that Dad, you and Mom, and Mr. and Mrs. McGrath have for one another. That love, yeah. That love that you guys share and have shown us throughout your lives and through your marriages has been a gift.
Growing up, Grace set the stage for my siblings and I. I really have been your sidekick since I was only a child. And if it wasn't for you, I don't think I would be the person standing here today. And I know that if I am capable of achieving even half of what you have, I'll turn out okay. And if I don't, God knows you'll find a reason to be proud of me anyway.
Today we celebrate with great joy the love and commitment of two people. We rejoice with Michael and Grace as family and as friends, and we thank God for the deep love which has brought them together, and the still deeper love which urges them to proclaim before us today that they desire this love and faith in one another to grow for the rest of their lives.
In 2010, we went on vacation. My family and I remember sitting in one of the rooms at the Concord, semi-anxiously awaiting the arrival of the Perry family and the McGrath family. And I said, I think that Grace is going to be addicted to Michael. I was like 11 years old, and I probably had a really loose understanding of what the word addicted meant. But I think I kind of called this like whole thing, right?
Michael, where do I start? You came into our lives when Grace was only 16 years old. And at the time, all I knew about you was the fact that you coached basketball at St. Paul's. So naturally, I really didn't care. And as time went on, I grew to understand that before our eyes, Grace was falling in love with you. And so were we. I love you more than words can explain. More than words can I love you more than words can express. You're the most selfless man I know, and you truly are Grace's better half. No offense, Grace. And I'm beyond grateful that you have found a husband who loves you the way he does.
Hey, Grace, you're perfect.
So Michael and Grace, after this Mass today, I will actually sign this piece of paper. This is your actual marriage license. Some folks have it in a nice frame. Some might have it in a locked box to keep it safe. But regardless of what you do, it is just a piece of paper. And this piece of paper is not a marriage. What makes a marriage is what follows this day. What makes a marriage is what you do tomorrow and the next day and the following weeks and months and years. And Mike, today you will give yourself to Grace to share your life with her. And Grace, today you will give yourself to Mike to share your life with him.
I do. I love you. You're doing a good job back there fluffing up, Kate.
Thank you. Down the bathroom.
Oh, it's beautiful, Gracie.
You like it?
Uh-huh. I do. I like it a lot.
We went to the shore a long time ago now, 12 years ago, and we met Michael Brown. Now, I know Meg, and I've known Michael Brown my whole life. I was at their wedding at Lake Ariel some 35 years ago almost now, and it's amazing that we're here and Meg's child married my child. I mean, just it doesn't make sense to me that they're that old, that we're this old, but it happened, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Michael's a great guy.
You will always make us proud, baby cakes.
Love you too.
I love you, Dad.
That's nice. Oh, it's really nice.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What a spectacular gift! Look at this.
Otis will eat it while we're at the wedding.
Gosh! Mark, look at your red chimney.
No, it looks great.
Thank you so much.
Guys, I'm only going to ask you one thing tonight. Have a ball. Drink like you're at a wedding. And remember, there ain't no party like a Scranton party, guys.
On the back of the program, there's a Jesuit saying that what you are in love with, who you are in love with, will affect everything. It will decide what gets you out of bed in the morning, what you do with your weekends, how you spend your evenings, what you read, whom you know. Fall in love and it will decide everything. And I think this is just so Michael and Grace. They do everything together. And when they're not able to do these days together, like a few years back when Grace, you had moved to Arizona for the year. So that year, he bought a stationary bike, and he channeled his restlessness into cycling his way all the way to Grace. Of course, by the time Michael had gotten to Grace, Grace had moved back to Scranton, so Michael was left to pedal his way all the way back home. Grace, even when he doesn't know he's doing it, Michael is always thinking about you.
So we rejoice with you today, and we pray with you. We ask God to bless your marriage and to sustain you with His abundant love. Michael and Grace, may the deep happiness that you know in your hearts this moment, this day, be with you for the rest of your lives. I, Michael, take you, Grace, to be my wife.
I, Michael, take you, Grace, to be my wife.
I promise to be faithful to you
I promise to be faithful to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love you and to honor you
to love you and to honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
I, Grace, take you, Michael, to be my husband.
I, Grace, take you, Michael, to be my husband.
I promise to be faithful to you
I promise to be faithful to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love you and to honor you
to love you and to honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
As a kid, my mom, she wrote my book reports for me growing up. Instinctually, I think, whenever I'm writing something down or if I have something meaningful to say, I just can't help but hear her voice and ask kind of, what would she say right now? And for a moment like this, I don't think she'd have any words, honestly. Instead, likely with a tear in her eye and a huge, huge smile on her face, she'd be just beaming with pride. Proud, of course, Michael and Grace, of your professional and academic accomplishments, of the lives you've touched, of the people you've cared for. But I think the most she'd be proud about is just simply how you both do life together.
Oh boy, Mom. Sorry. You know I love her.
Give me. I love you.
We're doing the hand thing?
Oh, yeah.
She's mine now? So in the lead up to the wedding and this speech, I haven't been able to help but think about time. The time that passes from like a Monday to a Tuesday. The time that passes from last July to today. There's this door in my house, in our house, that has served as a reminder of that passage of time. It's like going down to our cellarway. It has Michael, Ryan, and Jake, and various dates scribbled on it in my mom's handwriting. I remember random nights after dinner where we would go to the cellarway to get measured and see how tall we'd gotten. May 10th, 1997, February 8th, 2003, November 15th, 2012. All these days that weren't monumental, but now serve as reminders of what an absolute gift our childhood was. I just can't stop thinking about those dinners in our kitchen with my mom and dad, Michael and Ryan, Nani and Pop and Gal. I can only imagine how proud and happy they'd be tonight. Now, this day, September 24th, 2022, it is a monumental day. And it marks the growth in our family. It's the amazing addition that is Grace. I could not be happier. Michael and Grace, I love you both so much. I'm so excited to see what your future together holds. You got this.
it is my great personal honor and privilege to present Mr. and Mrs. Michael Brown.
This was her song to me. She had one for each of us, but this was it.